Hey everybody, it's Chris, and tonight we're looking at another approach disc from Dynamic Discs. Last time it was the Culprit. This time we'll look at the Sockibomb Slammer. If you've ever thrown the original Slammer, you know it's an overstable approach disc, very similar to a harp or Sinus in flight. It's a disc that, when thrown really hard and flat, is going to stay there and it's going to fade out toward the target. Very predictable style of disc. So what's the Sockibomb Slammer? Well, it's something that can do the same thing for somebody who throws 200 feet farther. In other words, it's going to be more overstable. So if I throw the regular Slammer on a little bit of hyzer, it might stand up, or it might stay on hyzer and it's going to fade. If I throw the Sockibomb Slammer on hyzer, it is going to go more hyzer and fade out very quick. And you're going to see that on video. It reminded me a lot of a disc like a Justice or an Anvil, just a very overstable disc that does that job incredibly well. This is a disc where if I flexed it, it wanted to correct to center and still go left. In fact, I threw some extreme tilted shots that went up high and still came almost back to center or even slightly left, whereas if I threw the Slammer or the Harp, they were very right. In fact, one of them even went off camera. It was so much difference. So yeah, that's what it is. It's a very overstable approach disc, considerably more than a regular Slammer or Harp. Yeah, this is designed for a guy like Ricky Wysocki, so he can really put a lot of torque on it. That said, hand feel, if you've thrown a Slammer and you like how it feels, you should be very familiar with the Sockibomb Slammer. It's going to have, the wings are pretty similar. You're going to see images in just a minute. That's a bad comparison, sorry. But yeah, I'm going to show you the camera shot so you can see the wing comparison there. And we'll do a lot of video. You'll get to see it in flight. You can see just how overstable it is there. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them below. I'll get back to you. Otherwise, let's go to video so you can see this thing fade hard. All right, everybody have a good night. Talk to you later. Here are those promised wing configurations. Sockibomb on the left, Harp on the right. You can see the blunter nose of the Harp. And Sockibomb on the left, original Slammer on the right here for the difference in that wing configuration. Now we'll go out to the field. 60% power, you can see just the wing dipping immediately. This disc wants to get to the ground. 80% powered up a bit. Again, never pops up at all. You can see the overstability just dragging the disc down. And here's, again, not too much over 80%, but a hard flex on the disc, and you can see it corrects immediately and just wants to go left. And here's just a short, choppy 120-foot forehand. Just, again, overstable approach. A couple bonus throws from my first course at Real Elevation in Newcastle, Colorado. My Flippy Truth was fading out, so the Sockibomb Slammer was just ridiculously overstable on that day. Now out to the field, here's Sockibomb Slammer on the left, Harp on the right. You can see the Sockibomb Slammer just really is fighting left almost immediately out of my hand. It's not going to travel as far, it's going to be farther left. Here's about 80% power. Again, you can just see how hard it's fighting, whereas the Harp is actually pushing forward, which is a funny thing to say about an overstable approach disc. And here I'm going to flex them, and you can see I did flex the Harp harder. I turned my shoulders more as well. So this is exaggerated, but if you watch that Sockibomb Slammer, even though I flexed it pretty hard, it flattens out almost immediately and just wants to fight left. So let's compare to original Slammer. And what you're going to see is actually very similar to the Harp, because Harp and Slammer are pretty similar discs performance-wise. Again, Sockibomb Slammer is just a different level of stability. Here's a harder pull. This was probably 90% plus. I was trying to get past the basket on these. You can see just how much more overstable the Sockibomb Slammer was on that flight. This is a flatter release. The Sockibomb Slammer does rise a little bit more, but again, you can see how it's just fighting left, whereas the Sockibomb Slammer, or the regular Slammer, was just kind of pushing forward more and gliding left. And here's a hard flex, like I talked about. You're going to see the discs come back into view in just a second. You can see the red one panning right still, whereas the Sockibomb is stalled out and going left now. Couple forehand comparisons. Yes, my forehand is terrible, but you can see Sockibomb again cutting in sharper, whereas the regular Slammer pushes forward a little bit better. And that's pretty evident on this one as well, where the regular Slammer on the bottom part of the screen is just going to push forward a little bit more. To recap, the Sockibomb Slammer is Ricky Wysocki's first true signature disc released by Dynamic Discs. It is a very overstable approach disc. It will be a step up from the Slammer, the Sinus, or the Harp if you've been using those in the past. If you like this video or found it informative, please feel free to like it, share it, or even subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.